My ex, whom I was about to propose to, cheated on me. Now she's pregnant, and so is her affair partner's side piece. She texted me saying she made a mistake and picked the wrong guy. I, 32M, left my ex, Amy, 31F, a few years back after she cheated on me with her coworker, Josh, 33M. I won't lie, it hurt like hell. We were together for almost 5 years, and I had the ring picked out. Then, I found out through a mutual friend that she was seeing this guy behind my back. Fun times. Fast forward a couple of years, and they are still together. I hear through the grapevine that they're expecting their first kid together. Cool, good for them. I'm happy living my life, dating around, got a decent job, and frankly, forgot she existed. Then, out of nowhere, last week, she texts me. Not only is my ex expecting a kid with him, but apparently, so is his side piece. Yeah, you read that right. Josh, the guy she cheated on me with, is now cheating on her. Karma's a real piece of work, huh? She went on and on about how she regretted what she did, how she picked the wrong guy, blah blah. I'll spare you the entire essay she sent, but trust me, it was a long one. And me? I was stuck between laughing my ass off and wondering why she thought it was a good idea to dump this on me. So, I hit her back with the only response that felt appropriate, womp womp. Then, I blocked her number. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Update 1, okay, I thought after blocking Amy, I could just go back to living my peaceful life. Nope, apparently, that wasn't the end of it. A couple of days later, I get a message on Facebook from one of her old friends, Sarah, 30-ish. We hadn't spoken in years, but suddenly she was blowing up my inbox. Here's a rough paraphrase of what she said. Hey, I know you and Amy haven't talked in a while, but I need to tell you something important. She's going through a really hard time right now, and honestly, she could really use your support. She's pregnant, and the stress of everything is getting to her. She mentioned that you blocked her, but I think you should hear her out. She's been feeling super emotional lately, and if you ever loved her, you'd at least give her a chance to explain. I rolled my eyes so hard I nearly strained something. This girl was seriously trying to guilt trip me into unblocking my cheating ex because she's pregnant? The same ex who wrecked our relationship for her office fling? I didn't reply to Sarah. Honestly, I wasn't interested in getting dragged back into that mess. Update 2, about a week after ignoring Sarah, I started getting messages from other people. One by one, Amy's old circle of friends started coming out of the woodwork. At first, it was just Sarah, but soon it was 3 more of her friends texting me, people I hadn't spoken to in years. Each message was almost the same, Amy's going through a lot right now, and she needs you. Can't you at least hear her out? Stress isn't good for the baby. It would mean the world to her if you just talked to her. She made a mistake, but she's trying to make things right. Don't you owe it to yourself to listen? It was like they all had gotten together and coordinated some kind of intervention. The audacity was almost impressive. Here's this group of people, most of whom had stopped talking to me after Amy and I broke up, suddenly acting like they're concerned for my well-being or that they're on my side. But I knew better. Her friends might think I'm still the same old guy who forgives her mistakes, but after enduring the torment of her betrayal, I've grown as a person and now recognize my worth and boundaries. Also, the thing is, none of them mentioned Joshua. They didn't even bring up the fact that he was the one who screwed Amy over this time. I don't know if it was a deliberate omission or if they were all just trying to sweep that detail under the rug. They were trying so hard to make me feel bad. Talking about how I'd always been a good guy, how Amy regretted everything, and how she was just confused back then. There were even some hints that, if I still had feelings for her, maybe I could give the relationship another shot. At that point, I couldn't decide if I was more amused or pissed off. These people were seriously trying to manipulate me into playing savior for a woman who had zero respect for me when we were together. It was almost laughable. Almost. Final update, after dealing with this nonsense for about a month, I finally hit my breaking point. Sarah, the ringleader of this little operation, sent me another long-winded message. This one was particularly manipulative. She went on about how Amy was at her breaking point and that the stress of the whole situation was becoming too much for her. She even pulled the classic "if you ever loved her, you'd help her in her time of need" card. At this point, I had enough. I was tired of being dragged into this pathetic attempt to guilt me into saving Amy from her own mess. So, I decided it was time to respond. I sent Sarah a simple message back. Look, I get that Amy's going through a rough time, but that's not my problem. She's the one who made her bed, and now she gets to lie in it. Karma's a witch. If you or anyone else from her crew messages me again, I'll block you too. I've moved on, and it's about time you guys let me go as well. Then, I hit the block button on Sarah and every other friend of Amy's that had tried to reach out. I won't lie, it felt pretty damn good. In the end, Amy's mess isn't my responsibility. I've moved on with my life, and I'm happier than ever that I'm no longer stuck in that toxic situation. I can't say what'll happen with her and Josh, or her and her group of friends. But I'm glad it's no longer my circus. Womp womp.